Hey there, Dave Parker with Compton EdTech here, and today I'd like to take you through the process of creating a simple formative. Let's take a look. So as you see, I'm here on the landing page, GoFormative.com. Once again, you don't have to put in a www, just GoFormative.com will get you here. And I'm going to log in as we did before, clicking login, clicking sign in with Google, and making sure that I sign in or log in using my ComptonUSD.net credentials. Once again, do not use your personal email on this one. So there I am. There's Business Dave. And so now, what I want to do, we're going to create a simple formative that we can use as an exit ticket to get students in and out, or to get students out of our classroom, and just to make sure they learn something. We can do this as a do now assignment, bell ringer for some of you, or as an exit ticket, like I like to use them. So here's the process. Up here, we're on the formatives menu, and right here where it says new formative, let's click that. And here's our landing page. You're not on hopefully you're not on untitled formative number 404. So we're going to click that, and we're going to change that to random formative 1. Okay. Now, assignment type, if you choose to assign or choose to choose one, I have mine set at assignment, bench work, classwork, do now, warm up. Some of these come pre-populated. If you click other, it'll default to something that doesn't fit that category. But for right now, I'm going to call this a do now, warm up. Yeah, because I'm a math teacher. I like to have them doing stuff when getting their brains working when they walk in the classroom. That's a simple setup. There's some bonus stuff here. If you don't like the color of the backdrop, you can click the paint dripping here. And if you've just really got to make it pretty, you can make it red, or you can click that again, make it green, whatever floats your boat on that one. I don't spend a lot of time on the aesthetics. I just want to drop right into it. And the same thing, if you want to upload a picture, you got a really pretty picture that you want to put into it, you can click that picture next to it, and it'll embed a picture there, just for beauty's sake. Again, it's nothing functional, it's just all aesthetics. Clicking the plus button, this drops down into a menu that gives me different choices. Now, I can add content, I can add questions. I can add content, I can add questions. Right now, I'm really focused on really basic questions. So, first question I'm going to do is going to be somewhat of a multiple choice. So, I'm going to click the multiple choice question. So, here we go. Ask my question. What is the sum of 8 and 7? Now, it's the A, B, C, D. Now, if you really have to use A, B, C, D, you can leave those and use something to create space or and to put your answer. So I could say 8 period and 12, and I'll put in my answers, just like that. And then from that point, I can also say which one of those is correct. Well, I think it's still 15. So from my perspective, I'm going to tag 15 to indicate that that's a correct answer. And then I'm going to assign a point value. So do now, usually those are about 2 points each, not a great deal of points, but that's what that's going to look like. So I have my question, I have my self check, I've already indicated which answer is correct. And so now when the students see it, I'm going to click preview. This is how that question appears to the student. So if you like that, and it also allows you to test it on how it'll look across different devices, pretty similar, or if you print it out. Now, that's a new wrinkle that's been added to this. For that one student who just can't handle technology, or who came in late or came in a day late and didn't get a chance to do that, you can actually print the formative itself out and let the student do it old school and turn it in, and you can give them a grade for it. So that keeps the party going in terms of keeping everyone in the loop with their work. I'm just going to go back where I was. Okay, so what is the sum of that? Preview good. All right, we can turn the preview off and go back to our questioning. Now, every time I want to add a new question, all I do is hit the plus and go back to those categories there. Now, there are some other advanced functions adding content that I'm going to cover in another audio section. I'm just doing some really basic stuff today. So next question, I'm going to ask a short answer question. So I'm going to click short answer, shrink my screen back, and then I'm going to type in something that requires a short answer. The beauty of short answer is if you're using it in math, if you get the answer correct, 2 plus 2. If it's 4, if you add 4 in there, great, it works. A word of caution there, when it comes to language arts and free response things, they don't always come out the way they should. So you definitely want to go back and recheck the student's work to make sure that their response is appropriate for what you're doing. Okay? Or that they receive the appropriate grade for their response. So next question, I'm going to ask question number 1 in the exact same way. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste that question here. But now I want one answer. So what is this? What is the answer to what is the sum of 8 and 7? I'm going to click my key here, and I'm going to add an answer. Let's type the correct answer, 15. So any other response is going to be marked incorrect. Now, if you got Smarty Pants students who wants to say 15.0, on this prompt, you may want to account for that possibility. Okay? I don't believe, the last I checked, it did not differentiate between 15 and 15.0, even though they are the same value. Okay, 2-point value. This question looks great. And again, just for information, I can show what it's going to look like just by clicking preview. And turn preview back off. Let's add another question type. And finally, we can use a show your work. Now, show your work is really cool because it generates a whiteboard for the students to show their work. So if you're giving them a simple equation like x plus 8 equals 15, and you want them to show the steps of how they got that correct, this is when you would do that. So it'll give them a prompt and they can work it out on screen and you'll see their work. Once again, there's no way to have the machine grade or have the software grade this manually. You'll have to go back and grade those by hand or automatically. You'll have to grade these manually. Okay? So the other question types, true, false, they kind of work the same. Those will all have to be graded by you. So that's very simple. That's a very basic way of getting started. The next video will cover how to upload a PDF. Thanks for listening.